Hi, I'm Kent Sherman, Senior Managing Editor here at CNET. Today I'm going to give you a first look at the Samsung Chrono 2. Now I know what you're probably saying. You probably think this is 2004, 2005, and you've been transported back to the past. It's not true. It's actually 2012. This phone just looks really old, but I promise you it is new. It is with US Cellular, and it's actually the second Chrono. As I said, it's the Chrono. The original Chrono came out in April. Yeah, this design looks really old, a blast from the past, but you know what? This design works, and Samsung has used it for years and years. I haven't owned a flip phone or reviewed one in, I can't even tell you, before 2010 maybe. But, as soon as I picked this up, it just brought back a little bit of feeling of nostalgia. You can open it with one hand, you flip it closed, there's that familiar clacking sound. Of course, to use T9 to text, that's not like riding a bicycle. I really had to remember how to use it after using keyboards for so long, punching out those words and making sure the predictive was right. That did take a long time to get used to again, but it is a phone that does make calls well, the call quality is good, and it does what a phone should do. Just, of course, it's not very exciting. So as I said, it is a very simple flip phone design. You have the rounded corners on the end, the smooth lines, the plastic casing. The hinge is sturdy. I didn't feel it was too loose or too stiff. You can open it with one hand. Outside, there is a 1.3 megapixel camera lens. You can use the external display as a self-portrait mirror. Also shows the date, time, and battery life, all the information you'd need. The only thing I didn't like about that was when the backlighting is off, the external display disappears completely, and you can't push any of these buttons to light it back up again. You have to actually open the phone, shut it. So that's kind of annoying. You just want to see the time. You're not wearing a watch. You have to fiddle with the phone quite a bit just to see the time. It does have a textured cover on the back. Here on the side, there's a camera shutter, a 3.5 millimeter headset jack. Over here, there's a volume rocker and a micro USB charger port. Inside, there's the main display. Of course, not a great resolution, not great graphics. They're not going to blow you away, but they're really not supposed to on a phone like this. Inside, the user interface is easy to use. There's just a grid of icons in the main menu and the familiar lists as you get into the sub-menus. Keypad and navigation array, they are flat, so you can't really use them by feel. There is a lot of space, though, especially for that navigation array. There's a toggle, OK button in the middle. Two soft keys, the talk and end power key, and then a clear button. And then the alphanumeric keypad. Keys have a little bit of a rubbery feel, which is nice, but again, it is flush, so using it by feel is a little difficult. But overall, very easy to use and simple. The feature set is very, very basic. It does have Bluetooth, it does have voice dialing, it does have USB mass storage. Otherwise, you'll find the basic set of organizer options like calculator, a calendar. Of course, there's text and multimedia messaging. So I said call quality is pretty decent. I could hear people fine, a little distortion in the voice. Some voices sound like they had a higher pitch than they usually do, but not a big deal. On the other end, caller said that I had to be pretty close to the phone, especially on the speakerphone I wanted to be heard. They did report some background and wind noise, but overall, this phone does exactly what a phone should do. Now, I have to admit, I did feel a little weird using this phone on the street. I did see a couple of people staring when I was taking photos with it. Of course, that could have been for some other reasons, but if you need a phone just to make calls, you want to maybe keep in your glove compartment, you want to keep for emergencies, and you want to use it just only when you need to, this phone definitely does the trick. It is only $29 if you buy it prepaid, so that means just $29 without a contract, and of course it is free with a contract. And this is the Samsung Chrono 2 from US Cellular.